It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Arrowhead. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now it's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Herbert now. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First day.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Counter.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd and 4.
Ram. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down. Ray.
Here's Herbert. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from just inside the 5.
1st and goal, Chargers.
Herbert off of play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Hampton is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because They know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll or chip away their timing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it.
9 yards. It's 2nd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. We're calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Jones. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A run once more with Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st down, hits Hampton, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Dances by at the 20. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and a couple.
Set. Go. Hey, Opie. Hey, Ram.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Set. Home trips right.
Back to throw. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
57, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Hey, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
15. Easy.
And again, it's Mahomes. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Chargers 7, Chiefs 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on second down, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mahomes now to throw. Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Attack!
Now it's Mahomes again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 21. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Easy.
Now Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Odafe Oweh. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Turn up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
15.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Odafe Oweh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Xavier Worthy, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan,
and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Herbert now. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his target, Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Herbert back to the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Now here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 14. Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
Herbert to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Harris, 73 yards. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
That keeps the score. Chiefs 28, Chargers 20.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Back to throw, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
1st and 10 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And it's straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
7-yard pickup.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.